Blockchain identity-based platforms are transforming how we manage and verify identities in a secure and decentralized manner. By leveraging blockchain technology, these platforms enable users to maintain control over their personal data while ensuring secure authentication and verification processes. Today, we have been joined by Mr. Saurabh Gupta, founder of Very Smart, who will share his expertise in the transformative potential of blockchain identity-based platforms. Welcome to 3.0 TV, sir.
Thanks for inviting.
So my first question to you is, what blockchain technology does Very Smart use for its identity infrastructure, and what are its key advantages, and how does Very Smart ensure data privacy and interoperability across platforms?
So when it comes to us using a blockchain platform, we are also fabric agnostic that way. We have deployed our infrastructure both at public blockchain, which is Ethereum, like Ethereum and other set of things. Also, we have done it on Hyperledger itself. So with Hyperledger Aries, we have deployed that particular thing. And we follow the same set of standards when it comes to blockchain identity, which is DID and W3C standards. And in terms of how we ensure the data privacy part of it, I have to go technical. If you are okay, I'll just go technical on this particular thing. So, point is, when we work on identity, post the verification process in a Web2 world, we create a verified credential of that same set of identity. Right. Now, this verified credential is being made interoperable between different stakeholders, from the point of who is the issuer of that verified credential to the point who is the the verifier for that particular thing itself. So it totally operates between them without taking the real data of the user, and all of that would actually act or put a claim across this entire identity. Now, let's say there are two stakeholders who wants to operate on this particular identity. So we deploy a zero knowledge proof for rest of the world, and only these two entities which have been requested for this particular verified credential, they are only able to access that particular verified credential. And for rest, it become a proof or just another added immutable ledger record for them to verify it. So we ensure that while all these different entities work with the user identity or verified credential, they are only able to access the claim of it and not have the real access of the data. And then at the same time, they are able to have a consensus being attained across the multiple verified nodes itself. So that is something which we ensure, that there's a privacy by default or privacy by design in the entire layer, where every different entity is able to operate on the same set of verified credential, but without passing the data to them. And now what we also ensure is that we add a consent management as a service to this blockchain layer. Now, consent management is very important. Different landscapes have different privacy laws, which from a CCPA to GDPR, now India is coming with a DPDP Act itself. So in this particular case, they mostly or categorically talk about 5 or 6 major phenomena when it was being verified, when it was being issued, for how long it is going to be there in terms of serving the purpose. Then there's a specific purpose for it. It is being recorded, and how the storage policy is there with the data fiduciary, or how it is going to be managed further when it comes to a data processor itself. So all of these things we recorded on the blockchain layer along as a claim across the verified credential, so that if someone wants to use it further or repetitively, they just need to add another claim in form of consent management. So their user can actually share this verified credential across multiple touch point, whether it may be physical infrastructure, whether it may be a digital infrastructure. And only thing is, every single time they just need to pass separately an explicit consent across that particular entity for how they want to hold that particular data, and how they want to access it, and for how long they will be using it, and what will be the purpose defined for it, and more and more. So we ensure all of these things while leveraging this infrastructure itself.
Right. So my next question to you is, what are the biggest obstacles to achieving interoperability between different blockchain systems, and how can these challenges be addressed?
When you say different blockchain systems, so there are two parts of it. First, let's talk about the interoperability between the different stakeholders.
Right.
See, point is, in the present world, bringing people on the same set of technology stack is very difficult. So we have to create a technology stack which is, or rather I would say, we have to create an infrastructure layer which is acceptable across all the possible technology stack. So, which in our case, like Hyperledger and on a public chain, Hyperledger or let's say Ethereum public chain, it is being made that you can now code with Java, you can now code with Python. There are different set of libraries being built on that particular thing, so that different technology stack can actually connect with it. In terms of bringing people on the same set of consensus while operating this particular identity, that is also a bigger task itself, because we are talking about collaborative tech. Here, the same set of standards has to be followed by the multiple entities itself, and in order to ensure that they are in compliance with that particular thing, you have to deploy certain additional smart contracts for the governance and other set of things itself. Now, when we talk about the interoperability between the chains, so let's say there's a product called Hyperledger Basic, which is creating an interoperability between the Ethereum as well as the Hyperledger fabric itself. So there's a bridges which is being built between the two chains. So the same set of verified credential which is being created maybe at your Hyperledger infrastructure itself, or I would say private permission infrastructure, can now be taken up to the next infrastructure itself in the public chain, and same set of standards being followed to accept at the verifier node itself. So it's all about that standardization and that part of the I would say governance being followed, which will make it much acceptable when it comes to multi-fabric or interoperability between fabrics.
Right. So what is your perspective on the current market outlook for blockchain technology, particularly in the context of advertising and customer engagement?
Right now, I would say the entire advertisement world is facing certain challenges. These challenges are around because of the depreciation of third-party data cookies. The intelligence around the user behavior has become much limited, and where a lot of first-party platforms wants to understand their user behavior to offer them very personalized set of products and services itself, or go hyper-personalized, because this is the world of hyper-personalization, where if you are not able to understand your consumer group better, deep dive into their set of behavior, and do not bring a very appropriate product for them, you will be kind of always chasing your customer. You will never be able to find a product market fit. So in order to do that, interoperability of data intelligence is very important across all the first party platforms. How they, without accessing the data of another organization, how they bring all this data together in terms of intelligence, or democratize that part of the cumulative intelligence. That is very important. And for that, blockchain has been solving it in the right perspective, because it ensures that all your data are on the respective nodes. Then without taking the data away, it operates on multiple protocols. These protocols are like multi-party claim management, then fully homomorphic encryption, then additional zero knowledge proof, and similarly more and more set of protocols are being built. Now, the entire framework operates on the protocol without taking any set of data value from the respective organization itself.
Right.
So in this way, your intelligence democratization is being achieved, but your data privacy is also being intact. In those cases, we have created a consent management as a service on this blockchain infrastructure as well. So now you can have the cumulative intelligence of large organizations, ensure your entire consent management is being immutable, ledger record, so in a decentralized framework, and then user can actually, we make it as a two-way communication.
Right.
Earlier, enterprises was only relaying ads based on to their understanding and without knowing the user consensus on that particular thing itself. Right. Now with the infrastructure which we have put across, here user is able to become an active participant of what kind of ads they want to see, what all is not acceptable for them. Let's say I'm a person who is investing, good to see in real estate ads and all that stuff, but I'm not okay seeing a Adant Manjan ad or a Colgate ad. So I can actually opt out from that particular set of ads, and my consent would be only given to the specific categories of industry to where I want to consume ads itself, or want that they should reach out to me. Other people should not reach out to me. So we have created a very conducive environment where the user is also become an active participant. They can actually put up proper D&D in terms of advertisement, which is being relayed to them, not only just on the persona, but also with their choice itself. So it's like now user consent will be driving the ads for a better landscape itself, as well as organization would also get to know if the user whom I am considering a potential match, is he really interested in this kind of a category of product itself or not? Right. So that is also something which is we are automating with our blockchain infrastructure in place, and we have scaled it with 60 plus large organization with more than 528 million being connected to that framework in terms of all that consent management and all that democratization of data intelligence can work parallel, and both the parties have a win-win scenario.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. Thank you.
Well, that's all in today's special segment. We will keep you updated with more such interesting updates. Until then, keep watching 3.0 TV. Do like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do log on to the website www.3versetv.io or scan the QR code to know more.